Hello everyone! So, today I'm gonna talk about Halloween origins. Halloween is an adaptation of Samhain, a Gaelic word pronounced So-win. Nowadays, Halloween is just a festival season where we all have fun with costumes and horror decorations, but Samhain was the origin to all of it. Samhain, originating from an ancient Celtic spiritual tradition, is a pagan religious festival that celebrates death, also known as a witch's new year, because on their calendar, represented by a circle with all of the seasons of the year, this season, autumn, represents the beginning and the end, as it happens to our traditional calendar, but this happens from 31st of December to 1st of January. But to the witches, this transition of time happens during the night of 31st October to 1st of November. And this actually happens on the peak of autumn season. They believe that the barriers between the physical world and the spiritual world kind of break down a little, allowing more interactions with the ancestrals, spirit guides, and evil side too. And so the masks come in. People often use masks, essential the overruns, because they believe that the little demons and bad spirits will recognize them as a evil spirit too, so they don't hurt anyone who have a mask on it. The same with the face paints. That actually were made to protect them from demoniac possession, and they use it to draw protection symbols, masks and costumes made of certain materials like some crystals and herbs with the power of protection. The same with the pumpkins, a seasonal food. They sculpted horrible faces on it, so these evil identities recognize their pumpkins as evil identities too. Also, another foods and horror decorations around the houses were made to distract these evil spirits that can come in and ruin their families and lives. Otherwise, the tradition of the candle inside the pumpkin comes from Irish folklore and is related to the figure of Jack with the lantern. However, this original story, the pumpkin was a turnip. Jack was a drunkard who, by tricking the devil, managed to escape from hell. When Jack died, he was not accepted into heaven, so his soul began to wander through the night, using a lantern to light a way. But the lantern was actually made from a turnip. Also, the good side of it, if they have their faces covered up with paints and sacred tints, it will be easier to the spirit guides and ancestrals to communicate with them. But some people were afraid to this reality. So the masks were used to the opposite concept, to don't recognize them so they can protect their own identities from the other world, even the spirit guides and the ancestrals, because some people were afraid of it. As a way of appeasing evil spirits, these people offer them food. Celtic women were making a cake called soul cake. Children's request for sweets was a way to represent these evil spirits, door by door. So, if people don't offer them food, sweets, or even money to the lucky ones, they do a malefic thing on them, usually on the door. And so there is from trick or treat. So, what do you think about Halloween season? Do you already have your Halloween costume and these sweets to appeasing these evil creatures when they are knocking at your door this night? Or you don't give a damn about Halloween? Pick and choose. Goodbye!